Season 4 Episode 3. The Rain Song.
Welcome back, extended family. I know, I'm not able to drop a new episode every week. Do you know how long it takes to play this game? Oh look, Corey is bonding with her daughter, Dakota. What the triplets don't know is that they'll soon have their whole lives changed. They're about to learn what that mark on each of their necks means. Corey has just been waiting for them to reach young adulthood. That said, it's time for the traditional aging up of close friends. First Penny, then Dean. It's almost time for their own birthday party to start. Let's go. We have a bunch of new family members since we last updated. So we put together a little overlay for while our guests are entertaining themselves.
Hi, I'm Anya Arv, and this is my family tree. When I was a young busker, I met the love of my life and death, Tan Mulewin. We fell for each other and had 3 daughters together. Our eldest daughter, Blythe, married Laura Rio and had 3 children herself. She soon lost Laura Rio and Andrew in a house fire. After that, she and twins, Amelia and Robbie, came to live with us. After a while, Blythe met Aster Vokalv. She was already pregnant with Isabella, despite being an elder. She and Blythe got a place together in our neighborhood, and when Izzy was born, Blythe adopted her. When Aster died, Blythe was shortly behind, leaving young adults Amelia and Robbie responsible for Isabella. Robbie moved out and started his own family with Jackie Woodruff, bringing destiny into our lives. Meanwhile, Amelia and Charlotte raised Isabella. Eventually, Amelia had a science baby, Macy, to give Isabella a sister to play with. Our second-born, Bridget, became the heiress of her generation. She met and married Jeremy Noriega, but it felt rushed and almost out of obligation. So when she discovered that he had not been honest with her about the relationship he had with his ex-girlfriends, it was no hardship for her to divorce him on the spot.
Hold on, Anya, I'm going to have to interrupt you. Penny, when we made you a real girl and asked you to find a way to join the family, this is not what we had in mind. Viewers, there were red hearts floating above their heads moments before we panned to this scene. Oh, it's time to blow the candles out. Dylan is first. She chose creative as her last trait, which will be helpful for fashion design. Danny is next. She chose geek to round out her traits. Before we could get candles on to allow Dakota her turn, someone took a slice of cake, so let's get back to the slideshow.
The couple did bring Charlotte into our lives, though. After her divorce and when Charlotte was a toddler, Bridget's manager called her about a reality show called Heart for Air, which is where she met Damien. This spun off into our having our own reality series, the one you're watching right now. Okay, anyhow, where was I? Oh, that's right. The dating reality show is where Bridget met Damien, who was the winner of the show. He came to live with us and they soon found out they were having Chase. After having her, the couple had a large wedding and invited everyone we knew. Before they made it to their honeymoon, Bridget was already pregnant with Corey. Charlotte moved in with Amelia after Robbie left to help her raise Isabella. She raised horses for a living and eventually adopted Kendra. When Kendra grew up, she met Warren and they had a child. She realized Warren wasn't a very good sim and left him. She brought her son, Troy, to go live with Amelia, her daughter, Macy, Isabella, and their pets.
Oh good, another cake. Come on, Dakota, it's time to grow up.
Chelner. Gungane.
Humble Borbna Voo.
By all means, dear, take your time. Nice. Dakota chooses the materialistic trait which suits her perfectly. There's kids to play on the playground equipment again. Hopefully Daryl and Troy will become friends. Let's get back to the slideshow, Anya. Take it away.
Chase has no plans to have any children, but she does have a dog. She lives with Louise, her wife, their son, and Corey in the neighborhood with us. Speaking of Corey, she went off to college with Louise and Chase, and that's where she met her fiancé, Mario. Though she wasn't always the most faithful to him, and when death himself came a-calling on her mother, she decided she needed to get to know Grimm intimately. She gave birth to triplets, Danny, Dakota, and Dylan. Mario accepted the girls as his own, and has continued to raise them. In fact, he's around more than she is. He even still loves her because he didn't propose until after Corey came down with that nasty virus and had to move out of our home. And finally, that brings us to my third baby girl, Beckett. Beckett was quite prolific herself, giving birth to 6 children. Though, I swear to the Watcher there was more of them. Mark Lobo was her high school sweetheart. She had her first pregnancy while she was still in high school. I'm sure it was some sort of acting out because her sister was getting all of the attention, but that's how we got Nicole into our lives. Twins Jordan and Jackson were next. She had Louise and finally Brian before she found out about Mark's infidelity. She left him to move into a large lot in our neighborhood. Eventually, she met Soren, who adopted her brood without hesitation. Together, they had Glenn. Glenn has been missing since shortly after his father died while he was still a child. We do often wonder where he went. Of the 6 children, 3 of them had children of their own. Nicole met Kale late in life, and they had 2 children together, Devin and Cheryl. Cheryl is very close to Corey's children, Danny, Dylan, and Dakota. Brian met Ingrid soon after graduating high school. They have 2 children together, Amara and Harmony. Louise was very close to Corey and Chase growing up, and so wanted to be able to meet someone and have kids that grew up with Corey's, but Corey got herself pregnant so quickly, it took Louise much longer to find love. Eventually, she met Dorothy, and together they had Daryl, though the wonders of science. Jordan and Jackson live together with their 5 pets and have no plans on having any children. That's the most up-to-date family tree.
I hope you enjoyed that updated family tree. I know it was helpful to me. Here's the heiress wall, all up to date and including our newest heiress, Dylan. So remember how I said that the girls were going to be experiencing a big life change? Well, Corey is on her way to the house to fill the girls in. Here she is now. We just have to wait for Dylan to get in here so we can get started.
Okay, girls, I have a confession to make. Mario isn't really your father. Yeah. I mean, he's your dad. He raised you, but he is not your father. In fact, the Grim Reaper is your father. So, you're going to have to travel to Ravenwood, and you're going to have to find your father. It's very important.
It looks like that took a lot out of Corey. Let's see if Anya has anything that could help the girls.
Here, Dylan, I have this tarot card.
For me?
Maybe it will help you find your father.
Thanks, Gam Gam.
Goodbye, Gam
Later,
Gam.
Bye, Gam Gam. Watcher, damn it.
In a cruel twist of fate, you ended up in a haunted house, possibly by the hands of some malevolent mastermind controlling your every action. Maybe make the most of it. Surely there's a good reason to be here.
The girls have moved into their new house located in the Morningvale neighborhood in the Ravenwood district. It's not at all the luxury they're accustomed to. It looks like Danny had detected some very happy haunts.
Which means we're in coexistence with the spirits that haunt this dwelling.
Okay, thanks for the explanation, Dakota.
Senaka Batanabe. Swarspa Janku. Kababene.
Well, that one doesn't seem too happy. I bet after they've survived this experience the girls are going to have mastered their handiness skill. Well, unless they just call the maintenance folks to come repair it for them. They're here in Ravenwood on a mission, so it's time to get to it.
As sand rained down on my final resting bed, and I clenched the red flowers in my hands, all I could think of were my children. What happened to them? I don't know where they are, but I can feel their locations, their essence. Please, I must know what became of them.
I never realized these would actually look like Insert Addictions Anonymous meetings. Okay, well not exactly. I've never seen people at those kinds of meetings haunt furniture.
Burima? Yiboza? Oh, Farzib. Huh? Shermie! Ashkwum Pomadi. Buringo! Oh. Kisipe! Reginu! Larafa?
Blythe must have inherited some of her mother's talent. Why does it sound like a broken electronic over here? Dakota, that water doesn't look too great to swim in. It's all sparkly. That's not natural. Please get out. You're going to. Damn it, girl. I told you something was going to happen.
Yamuho, Nalvik, Runa, Goosh.
Hello there, the name's Goldree. It looks like you could use some help with this whole haunted house predicament, and thankfully I happen to be an expert on the matter. Also, don't you worry, I'm a good spirit.
Kangaroo.
Ooh. Mushka. Heart.
Bob Nadizi. Wahanuba.
Scab Pajamo.
Our strong friendship got me thinking about how we should live together. Can I move in with you?
Yes, it can only strengthen our friendship.
Benchweek Kabaya. Short. Yibs. Soiza. Senaka Batanabe. Swarspa Janku.
Danny seems to have a better hand with these ghosts than Dakota, who just returned from her first shift as a grave digger.
Do you have any tips for us?
I know a few things.
Great. Let's hear it.
The state of your haunted house will degrade over time, so it's up to you to stay on top of it. You can perform ceremonies to satiate the entities of the house, or sense the apparitional vitality to check the spiritual well-being of the house. Also, be sure to appease any wandering specters you might find. Giving them presents like handcrafted items and freshly prepared meals will help greatly with that. Keep your eyes peeled for haunted objects. You're going to want to destroy those immediately.
Gildry, thank you so much for those tips. They'll be so helpful to us.
Grisham. Wafata. Preacher?
It's the delayed reaction for me. I guess when it's happened a few times, one gets used to it but still feels the need to panic. We need to meet the members of the Order of Lenore. Clearly, they're not coming to our side of town, so we need to get out and explore more of Ravenwood. With it being the night of the full moon, I imagine the full moon revelry is going on tonight. So we headed to the final draft in Whispering Glen to check out the night's festivities. We found one of the members of Lenore. June, the widowed father. He wasn't helpful, though. So we went back home. Of course there were ghosts on the lot, so Danny went right at talking them into leaving.
Wami Flacco, Prosablafila. Philpine. Ah! Woohoo! Huh?
Dylan works on her digital sketchpad. Just because she's stuck in this haunted house doesn't mean she's given up on her dreams. Now that they've gained more experience with the mystical forces, the girls hold rituals to help keep the spirits calm. They've even started to teach Dean. Because this Dean doesn't know anything about ghosts, apparently.
Gabishi. Demoy. Well, that's double. Warbavelo. Gabishi. Zumba. Demoy.
Ceremony successful. The spiritual serenity of the house has increased.
Danny's natural talent for wrangling these ghosts has me thinking she'll make a great paranormal investigator. After registering as a freelance private eye, she takes her first job. Dylan comes across an ancient and forgotten sarcophagus. Daimos can be read in the stone tablet next to it.
Alice?
Shripo.
Alice! Alice! She was my mother? I remember her face as much as I remember my sim nature. Which is to say, not much at all. There's one thing I do remember, though. Her unconditional love.
And dedicated her life to the education of children, and she inspired so many. She was one sim everyone agreed on.
Damsonu? Pekanoi. Pipawa. Rinshu? Tonkubu? Oh! Whew.
Later.
Wabish. Baweo Mafloke. Krubix Ami Tenki? Nibnub? Moanaya Narabu?
One simoleon for a wish, a dream or a nightmare. But gain my trust. Ask for my mark, and the best dream you shall have. Mother? She's not the reason I died. No, but I drown here, and am now bound to this accursed well forever.
A weight has been lifted. I no longer wallow in this ocean of sorrow, unshackled from these chains that kept me down. Thank you. Thank you for finding my children. My guardian tree now opens to you.
Brisham Wafatub. Prita? Oh, Skimba.
The tablet wasn't checking off the wishes for her to paint, so I went ahead and got her an easel. But it's just a glitch anyhow. It's time for Danny's first job. Let's watch this ghost expert hard at work. I didn't realize that Private Eyes of the Supernatural Persuasion had to donate so many of their handcrafted items to the cause. I think this job is actively costing her money. I'll keep score next time. Don't feel bad, Danny, those things scare me too. For her hard work, she received a whopping 750 simoleons.
Swarspa Janku. Dabishi Teru. Narimo. Uvene. Huh?
Oh, Dean, it was so frustrating. First, the weeping ghost made me go into a gross crypt.
Yeah?
Then I had to hunt down a specter at the family festival. After that, I had to swim to an island to find a tombstone. Who gets buried on an island? Apparently, the beloved teacher Anne did. So then I get back to dry land and have to find the scariest one of all.
You're so brave.
Yeah, Edith terrified me, but I mustered up my courage and got the information I needed from her.
Wow.
Then it was time to go back to Weeping Alice. She thanked me by giving me access to her guardian tree.
Damn.
It's so weird, it helped refresh me as if I spent the whole day being rejuvenated.
Sounds nice.
It was, but the whole experience was pretty weird.
Understandable.
Woony Bonnet?
Phoeba. Taglarg. Zebna Mubbis.
Oh.
Wixwoo.
Brisham. Slungy. Luna Buzzy.
Chips.
Dylan and Dean's date seems to be great. Never mind the fact that they're surrounded by naked men.
Rigida set bene servitur. Fovit liberos. Munitum sanctuarium. Osseum benefactorem nostrum invocamus. Bonehilda, Bonehilda, Bonehilda.
Oh, Fayyad.
After summoning Bonehilda to dispatch Temperance, Gildry rewarded us with the Grimophone, which allowed the girls to summon Grim. The girls were all able to mingle with Grim, just to learn that the Grim who sired them has been sent to the underworld and is no longer working at the Netherworld Department of Death. And with that we've completed our first week of spring. The girls have fulfilled their mother's request as best they can, and now they're all headed back to the Arv compound. Until next week, extended family, thanks for watching.